Smokey, get here, back out a little bit. Good, Smokey. That's okay. Greetings and salutations out there, everybody across the wide and wonderful internet. It is Michael Shibley here, the host of the Modern Day Gladiators podcast on the Stage Diver Radio Network. And of course, I got Smokey here. You're in a good mood today. That's good. It's good to see. I guess Tennessee finally won a game, and you got another game against UTEP coming up, which we're going to pick here in a moment. But I hope everybody has had a great day so far, and hopefully everybody, of course, in the Carolinas and over in Virginia and Georgia, that whole area of the Eastern Seaboard, stay safe out there. I know the Hurricane Florence has been wrecking some havoc, and everybody with the storm surge and everything, so stay safe. Hats off, of course, to my University of Tennessee the athletic program, offering free tickets to, again, it's the UTEP game, I get it, but hey, offering free tickets to people who are in the counties that needed to be evacuated, so good to see that. I know Smokey's in a good mood about that. So just wanted to shout everybody out there, make sure everybody is safe. And of course, you can listen to more detailed stuff about the world of sports on my podcast, Modern Day Gladiators, on the Stage Diver Radio Network. And of course, like, subscribe, share, comment. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear all that stuff, rate and review. I want to make this the best, podcast and live cast that we do everywhere. So, Smokey, you were just bouncing. Okay, all right, here, we'll put you over here. Okay, we'll do this. We'll adjust. It's live. That's what I like about being live, is we, have to improv and go All right, calm down. We'll make some picks first here. Okay, you ready? You ready to make some picks? All right, so big game first. It's a revenge game for Oklahoma as they're facing Iowa State. Iowa State upset the Sooners last year in Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma State heading to Ames, or Oklahoma, I'm sorry, the Sooners are heading there. This game I don't think is going to be close. I think Oklahoma is going to blow away Iowa State. They're up for some payback, and they're looking really good right now. I like where Oklahoma is at. Vandy at Notre Dame. Notre Dame struggled last week against Ball State. I don't know if they were just hungover from the Michigan game. I don't know exactly what happened there, but they struggled against Ball State, and Vandy is looking like a good Vandy team. Not of course, top of the world beaters or anything, but they're looking like a very good Vanderbilt team. So keep that in mind. I like Notre Dame to get the win, but I think it's going to be very close again. I think Notre Dame's going to sweat this one out. This one, I think, will go into the fourth quarter. LSU and Auburn, the SEC game of the week. This one should be fun. I always enjoy when these two teams get together in an early season big SEC West showdown. The one thing you got to look at, you all right? Okay, the one thing you got to look at, though, I keep betting against Ed Orgeron, and he keeps screwing me over. I keep thinking that at some point it's going to run out for him, and it hasn't yet. But I know I'm perplexed by that as well. But I think it's finally going to happen, at least this week. I do like Auburn to get the win. A lot of it is because it's home. So I do like the Auburn Tigers to get the win over the LSU Tigers. So there we go. 2 out of the 3 Tigers in the SEC are playing this week. So enjoy, my friends. Fresno State at UCLA. Fresno State's done really well. Last year, they hired Jeff Tedford, who used to coach at Cal. It's done really well with them there. I actually like them to beat UCLA. UCLA with Chip Kelly is just not clicking right now. I think they will get the program going. Probably not this year, but I do like Fresno State to get the win in this matchup against the gritty little Bruins. Alabama at Ole Miss. Going to be a lot of points scored in this game, but Ole Miss, again, those land sharks or whatever the stupid signal that's like this now. It's more like minnows at this point. They're not land sharks on defense, so Alabama is just going to steamroll them. Tua Tagovailoa, I think, is just going to put up a whole bunch of points. I like Alabama to get the win there. Boise State, Oklahoma State. Really interesting battle here. And for some reason, even though it's in Stillwater, Oklahoma, I do like Boise State to get the win in this one. I think it should be a fun shootout. Good old-fashioned shootout. Should be a lot of fun there in Stillwater, but I like Boise State to get the win. You like the Broncos up there and the Smurf turf. You've always enjoyed that, haven't you, Smokey? Yeah. So that's my pick there. OSU, TCU. This game is happening in the Cowboys Stadium there, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. I think Ohio State's going to win. I do think it's going to be close. I think this could go into the fourth quarter and still be very close because Gary Patterson, I think, has spent all offseason preparing for Ohio State. Yes, he had 2 other games, but they didn't mean as much as this game does. So I think Gary Patterson has really been prepping for this one. And Ryan Day, the interim coach, is still coaching. This is the last game of the Urban Meyer suspension, even though I thought it should have been a lot more than that, but it's not. But anyway, I do think at some point Day is going to have to make a big coaching decision. He has not had to do that yet in the first 2 games that Ohio State has had. So I do think he's going to have to actually do some coaching. We'll see what happens there. I like Ohio State just based on the pure talent that they have to get the win, but I do think it's going to be a very close contest there in AT&T Stadium. USC and Texas, of course, they had a great game, of course, in 2005 in the Rose Bowl, and they had a great game last year that was very entertaining. This one's in Texas. I still like USC to get the win in this one, though. I think it should be another great game. I do like USC to get the win. Washington at Utah. Utah is always tough when you have to play in Salt Lake City, where Utah is. But I like Washington, just pure talent. Again, I think they're the better team. I think they're going to get the win out there. And, of course, UTEP at Tennessee. The Miners are coming to Knoxville, and I think, again, Tennessee looked better. They finally got some things working in a glorified scrimmage against ETSU. I think this is going to be pretty much another glorified scrimmage. UTEP is not a good team at all. So Tennessee, after maybe a quarter, should just be able to go and steamroll UTEP just like they did ETSU. I think Smokey agrees with me. The big thing I think, Smokey, you and I have agreed on, though, is Tennessee needs to come out looking good. Like, the first couple of possessions, we actually need to be able to run the ball well and establish a line of scrimmage, not have to take a whole quarter to do that. So hopefully Tennessee will come out and do that, but it should be another easy victory for the Vols. I hope everybody out there gets to enjoy that as the Florida Gators are coming to Knoxville next week, and we'll talk, of course, more about that as the game approaches. I will be back later on tomorrow with a live recap of what I thought about the Tennessee game. So until then, again, I'm Michael Shibley, the host of the Modern Day Gladiators podcast. Bonus pick, real quick. It's easy for me to say. There is a huge boxing match that's happening. Yevgeny Golovkin, Triple G, taking on Canelo Alvarez for the second time. The last match ended in a controversial draw, finally having the rematch after Alvarez was suspended for illegal substances. He, of course, is claiming that it was tainted meat. I don't agree with that. I think he was taking something. I like Triple G to get a knockout in the 10th round. So I've got Triple G TKO in the 10th round in that one. But until next time, we'll talk more, of course, about all this stuff on the Modern Day Gladiators podcast on the Stage Diver Radio Network. Until then, love you guys. Too sweet, Smokey. Boop. I will see you next time. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.